Batchcock Funk, and we are here to transform your next holiday into the most prime of occurrences. This is how to make one of the mightiest dinners of all time, prime rib. Now, you know we're inclusive, we love our peeps, but for all our vegan and vegetarian friends, you might want to look away from this. It's about to get real. This is Optimus Prime Rib, and what we do basically is roast a beautiful, beautiful cut of meat. Before we get into it though, the thing is with a prime rib, this size is 10 pounds. This is gonna feed 12 really hungry people, 14 hungry people. You can get 18 people pretty well fed off of this piece of meat. It's pretty simple as long as you watch it and monitor it. So we've got this piece, you can get it with the bones in. We had the butchers at Lee and Steigerwald's where we got this beautiful piece of art from, remove the bones. So the first thing we wanna do actually is we're gonna take some peeled garlic, and we're gonna stud this thing up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some garlic cloves, right? You're gonna slice a little bit of a cut through the meat, and then you're gonna poke in some cloves of garlic. What it's gonna do is the garlic then is gonna kinda just juice right into this meat. You're gonna do that a bunch of different times, 3 or 4 times on each one of your sections based on the rope. We've set it up to party here, and this is a dish of love, so you gotta be careful with it. You don't wanna over spice it. We want the garlic to infuse in it, and we wanna have a little bit of a crust on the outside of it. So what we're gonna do is put together a mix that we really like and just stir it up. So we've got 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning we made, 2 teaspoons of salt, kosher salt, a good shake of paprika, a tablespoon of dried thyme from the same song, a tablespoon of rosemary, tablespoon of crushed black pepper. And then from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take something, we're gonna shake it up, stir it up so it just evenly coats the bottom of the pan. And we are gonna just gently roll our meat in and out of it. So it just coats it lightly, right? Fat side up, how we like it. If some of your garlic guys pop out, that's okay. Just slide them back in and get mad at your kitchen assistant as I always do. That's what I call my wife, but I never get mad at her because she's the best. So just make sure you got it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down like Belle Biv DeVoe. We've got our prime rib ready. It already looks super delicious. Let's talk about the meat a little bit before we put it in the oven. It's called prime rib, it's the primest cut, it's beautifully rolled. This is expensive, so that's why you save it for big holidays, big events, big celebrations, maybe celebrating someone's passing, but it's a big deal. You don't wanna mess around with this and wing it, right? So for this dish, always use a meat thermometer. Once you've got the meat thermometer in the thickest part of the meat, so we don't make any errors, but it's not touching bone, we like it at 115 to 125 when it comes out in a few hours. It's the perfect medium rare. If you want it any more than that, you should probably talk to somebody about that, but also go up to 135, 140. So set the oven to 500. We're gonna put it in there for 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, we're gonna lower the temperature to 325 and let it go for 2 or 3 hours until we see the temperature hit the number we want. So let's put it in the oven. Yo, it's about to get primal up in here. Look at this crust, the garlic. Oh, it just smells so good. It's gonna be juicy, so let's see how this thing goes. Let's take a swing at it. Nice hard cut through it. Oh, what do we got here? Yes. Medium rare, prime rib. Look at that. Like my man said, if you don't know, now you know. Let's just see how we do. Now what we've also got, some people might salt it up. That's cool. Some people might put some horseradish cream. We got some homemade. Also cool. But this prime rib is so good, you need nothing on it. Optimus Prime Rib, you guys are optimal people, the optimal dinner for your families. We love you, you love your peeps. Make some love with some prime rib.